Hey, Superman fans! With the release of James Gunn's Superman, a lot of us have been left wondering, how does David Corenswet's Superman compare to Henry Cavill's Superman? Both actors have brought something unique to the character, but which version is stronger? We're about to break it down and see which Man of Steel packs the biggest punch. Let's dive in. From the moment David Corenswet steps into the Superman suit, it's clear that this version of the character is not your typical Kryptonian hero. His Superman has already had his fair share of epic battles, and has proven to be incredibly strong, resourceful, and capable of handling huge threats right out of the gate. What's interesting here is that Corenswet's Superman hasn't yet fully unleashed his powers like Cavill's Superman did in the DCEU. In Superman 2025, we see Corenswet's Superman survive major confrontations. He fights the Hammer of Baravia, deals with Ultraman, and faces off against dangerous forces like the Engineer and Lex Luthor's Raptors. Despite these intense battles, Corenswet's Superman comes out victorious without any permanent damage, which shows how powerful he truly is. Plus, the scene where he saves himself, Krypto, Metamorpho, and Baby Joey from a black hole using just his breath is an absolute power move. On the flip side, Henry Cavill's Superman in the DCEU has had plenty of time to showcase just how strong he really is. From Man of Steel to Justice League, Cavill's Superman has faced some of the deadliest threats, including Doomsday and Steppenwolf, and he's consistently come out on top. His battle with the Justice League and Zack Snyder's Justice League showed his raw power, where he easily overpowered characters like Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Cyborg. One of the most memorable moments in the DCEU is when a resurrected Superman takes down Steppenwolf without breaking a sweat, despite the fact that the Justice League had struggled with him earlier. This kind of overwhelming strength is what sets Cavill's Superman apart as the DCEU's most powerful hero, and he's shown his might in multiple films.
No, impressed.
While Cavill's Superman is nearly invincible, his weakness to kryptonite has been a key factor in some of his biggest defeats, particularly in Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. It's that vulnerability that led to the near-death confrontation with Ben Affleck's Batman, and eventually his demise in the fight with Doomsday. When kryptonite is involved, Cavill's Superman is incredibly vulnerable, and that could put him on the back foot in a fight.
You're not brave. Men are brave.
On the other hand, Corenswet's Superman also faces the same weakness in the 2025 Superman movie, where Lex Luthor uses kryptonite to weaken him. However, in this case, Corenswet's version doesn't seem to be as affected by it as Cavill's Superman, at least not immediately. This suggests that Corenswet's Superman might have a higher threshold when it comes to withstanding kryptonite, which could give him the edge in a drawn-out battle.
He's not a man, he's an it. He's somehow become the focal point of the entire world's conversation.
When comparing strength and power feats, Henry Cavill's Superman has a few more notches in his belt. For example, in Man of Steel, he catches a falling space shuttle, and in Justice League, he's shown holding his own against some of the strongest heroes in the universe. His fight scenes against Zod, Batman, and Doomsday showed him engaging with massive forces and surviving some of the most brutal blows in superhero cinema. In contrast, David Corenswet's Superman is still in the early stages of his story. While we've seen him take on some major villains and handle extreme situations, his full power hasn't been explored to the same extent. However, his black hole breath feat and the ability to survive against multiple foes in Superman show that he's capable of impressive feats. As we see more of Corenswet's Superman, it's possible that we'll witness even greater power displays. One area where David Corenswet's Superman might have an edge over Cavill's Superman is in the human aspect. While Cavill's Superman was often portrayed as somewhat distant and emotionally conflicted, Corenswet's version is shown to be more connected to his human side. The movie highlights his bond with the Kents and the emotional weight of his responsibility, adding depth to his character. This human vulnerability makes Corenswet's Superman feel more relatable, even though he's incredibly powerful. Cavill's Superman, on the other hand, often felt like a godlike figure, with less room for exploring his personal connections. While this made for some epic superhero moments, Corenswet's version is leaning into superhero as human territory, which might resonate with audiences in a more grounded way.
Get out of here!
Now, while Cavill's Superman had his time to shine in the DCEU, David Corenswet's Superman is just starting out. Corenswet's Superman has the potential to grow in terms of power, especially with the new DC universe under James Gunn's leadership. Gunn has a 10-year plan for the DC universe, which means Corenswet's Superman could have many more opportunities to explore and expand his abilities. By the time we get to the Justice League movie, Corenswet's version could easily surpass Cavill's Superman, considering the long-term trajectory and growth of his character. So, is David Corenswet's Superman more powerful than Henry Cavill's Superman? For now, it's safe to say that Cavill's Superman still holds the edge in terms of raw power and iconic feats. He's had more screen time to showcase his strength, speed, and invulnerability. However, Corenswet's Superman is just getting started, and with James Gunn's vision for the DC universe, we can expect his character to become even more powerful in the future. Right now, Cavill's Superman may be the stronger of the two, but Corenswet's Superman has the potential to surpass him in the years to come. The future of Superman is bright, and it'll be exciting to see how these two versions of the iconic hero continue to evolve. What do you think? Does Corenswet's Superman have what it takes to become the most powerful Man of Steel, or is Cavill's Superman always going to be your favorite? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more superhero content. See you next time.
I think it's pretty obvious the goal was kicking Superman's ass.
Oh, he didn't completely kick Superman's ass.